Folks, a fun project that took us only a few days to do that I wanted to show you about. My daughter wanted to build for the farm a fairy garden. She wanted it to be outside and she was going to do an herbal theme. She wanted to take this thing to the county fair. She wants to put it out in the backyard. So we tried to make it really nice. We took some green treated 2x10s and we're going to build the base out of it. It's not together quite yet. We made a nice top for it. We took pots that we had from plants that we've gotten from Menards in the past, so they're just kind of the cheesy plastic ones, but they've got holes in the bottom, which is nice, and we're going to leave the bottom open so that water can drain. She traced out the pots on top, then she started cutting her 2x10s up so she could make a box for it. We chose to use green treats so it would last a little longer, and we planned to make it with outdoor carpeting to make the fairy garden pretty cool and last. I asked her to use my deck screws because I thought they'd hold up a little better in the green treat, and this really came to life. She just went to town making the square, the outer box, the same size she had as her top, and again, she traced out the pots on it already so she kind of knows where they're going, and this part of it, the wood part of it, really only took one day to do. So she set her top on it, and now she's going to screw it down. We did pre-drill these holes so that she didn't split her top, and that way she's able to sink the screws really nicely into the green treat because she's planning outdoor carpeting on this. You know, the wood on this was only one 2x10 by 8 foot, and the green carpet you can buy at Menards for like, you know, a foot of distance at a time. That's 12 feet long, and it's dirt cheap, with a few decking screws and a couple, you know, recycled pots and a few herb plants and a couple fairy things. She was able to do this project for under 50 bucks. It's kind of neat. Now here's an important step. Even though she traced the outside of those black containers, she cut it about 1/4 of an inch in from her circle all the way around to make sure that her pots wouldn't fall through. Then we laid the carpet on top, and then we're going to glue it down, and then she takes her time and hot glues all her edges down, and that worked really slick. You know, put the glue on the top, put the carpet on it, let it lay on it and tack down and get dry, and then turn around and do all her sides. And that worked out really well for Julia. She just was able to pull it tight and really get it firm. Because this is outdoor carpeting and it has a rubber backing on it, it's actually going to protect the top and probably protect the green treat wood. So it'll make it last longer, and her edges are all hot glued. She had some fraying, and I found that just taking my little torch and running it along the edge melted it all together and kind of ended that fraying from where the scissors hit it, and that made it just look a lot cleaner on the bottom edge and stuff. And again, she left the bottom open so that she can put this on bricks or something outside and then just let the water drain through, especially if it rains, so her herbs don't get, you know, drowned by too much water. She took an X-Acto knife and cut the carpet out flush to the edge of the holes, and then again we just kind of burned that edge a little bit, and then the pots fell right in. One of the things she noticed right away after she got the holes cut is she didn't like how the black pots looked against the green carpet. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really what she wanted. So she came up with this idea to put green on the pots. And it was a little tricky at first because she had to, you know, glue just on the thin little edge with hot glue a little strip of green grass. But then we figured out that if we put a lot of slits in the top, we could bend it over into the inside and hot glue it into the inside and make a complete green grass ring around the top of the pot. Now these are cheap plastic recycled planter pots from Menards that we got plants in, so they were kind of flimsy, but by doing this it really strengthened the rim of the pot, and that was kind of nice. So when she pulls it in and out, she's got a lot more structure to it. I was really pleased with her coming up with this idea, and it made the whole top of the fairy garden look very uniform, especially for when she added her figurines and stuff, versus having this nice green top with these cheesy black pots sticking out in it with her herbs. And when the herbs are young and smaller, you would see that more. As they become bigger and bushier and fluffier, you know, you don't notice that as much. But now with the green, you can't tell these pots are even there as easy. You know, it's just nice uniform green all the way around. So it did take her a little bit of time to kind of get that done. I wouldn't say it was a fast deal, but she did get it done and it looked really nice. So that's what she's doing here. She's just gluing all these things together, and then they're just dropped in place so that she can pull them out, change out the herbs, and have some fun with it. At this point, she's grabbing her little I don't know what you want to call them, figurines. You can buy these dirt cheap. You get a set of them for 20 on Amazon for like $8 to $10. And she's putting little hot glue on them or double sticky tape, depending upon where she wants to put them. And she's sticking them in place. She's got, squirrels and chipmunks and rabbits and fairies and benches and mailboxes. She bought things that are cute and fun, and this is something that she wanted to do. So this is what just kind of makes it decorative, right, folks? Makes it kind of fun for them. And then once she got this done, it was just going out to the garden, grabbing herbs, repotting them, sticking them in, and then off to the fair she went with it. Her success at the fair was wonderful. The judges absolutely loved it. But I think what's neat for me is this is one of these projects that come home and becomes decoration in the yard. It really just becomes kind of a neat thing. It's not just a one and done project. And that was kind of cool. I really enjoyed it. So after she got done with this, you can see her first shot here of when the herbs got put in it. The little critters are nice there. Here it is. The herbs haven't gotten real big yet, but they're all in it. It's a nice little fairy garden. It'll hold up well outside. Now the next picture I'll show you is at the fair. It did fantastic. She had a little book explaining her herbs that went with it, and it did great. As you can see, it's got the rosette ribbon with it, so it did up in the champion levels, and we absolutely loved it. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you make something with your kids like this.